Now, will you be able to pick it up that far away?
I can see him. Let's see. I think it's recording. I can't. Go ahead.
Why did you enlist in that war?
I intended was.
Oh, you were drafted?
No, I was not drafted. I volunteered. I think I wanted to be in one of two fields. I wanted to be a pilot, fly airplanes, or I wanted to be on ships at sea. And the people I dealt with at the time convinced me that the best way to go would have been going to the sea, going to the Navy. That I get to go to more places, be on ships all the time, and I'd see all the world, which it all evolved that way. And the only downside, really, except you live in one ship where it's maybe 100 people, 150 dealers, they get sort of boring every now and then. But even we learned to compensate. Now we stopped in a lot of countries. I've been to South America, West Pacific, you name it, I've been there. And it all had to do with the Navy, because we patrolled. Actually, what we did, we were trying to find enemies, submarines that were trying to sink our ships, and they did sink some. But our job was to keep the enemy away from our forces.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to go after the ships that were trying to sink our ships. So it was battle after battle. We were very fortunate. We never were sunk. We did sink some ships, and we captured some people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll make this real quick. One of the guys that we captured, who was captain of a German U-boat, we sank his boat. He got him.
Sank his submarine.
Sank his submarine and put him on the way coming out of Conning. He broke his leg. Now the United States were good to people.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really treat him as enemies. We put him in a hospital, and he was treated there. And I'll never forget what he said to me one day. Young man, he spoke perfect English. He said, "You Americans are stupid." He said, you know, you just don't know when you got a good thing. And then I found out, guess where this guy went to school?
Where? The
University of Indiana.
Really?
In the United States.
Well, tell Emily why he said that you Americans are stupid.
Well, just the way we were fighting the war. And I had the attitude.
And the fact that he had broken his leg,
Yeah.
he was in the hospital.
Yeah, oh, I know. What he was chastising us for was we had two guards guarding him. He said, "This is what I mean you're stupid. Why does it take two guards to guard me when I can't walk?" And I said, "Well, you got a good point." Now I'll tell you the end of that story. Guess who lives with that three problems?
Him?
No.
Oh.
Members of the family.
Oh, really?
Yep. It's a small world. Believe me. Right, they live right in this area.
Well, we think that they may have been
Well,
related to somebody that was involved in World War II because they came from Germany.
Yeah. And we
And
got to be
the
good friends.
parents had relatives who were on the German side of the war.
Okay.
So it could have been, but it's a good story.
Yeah, it is.
Makes for a good story.
Would you describe how you heard the news of the bombing of Pearl Harbor?
And with what?
Would you describe how you heard the news of the bombing of Pearl Harbor?
Yeah. Heard the bombs hitting us.
Oh, you were there?
No,
I wasn't for Harbor.
not Pearl Harbor Day. You were still in college.
Huh?
You were still in college when
Yeah,
Pearl
I
Harbor
also
struck.
Pearl Harbor.
He was at Wake Forest and he
Oh, yeah,
graduated
wait,
in
yeah,
May
I
of
was that way for it.
42.
Okay.
Right.
But, of course, you knew all about it. I remember it myself, Emily.
You do?
I was just a young girl. I was 12. But I remember my parents were very upset. And
Well, that was a low blow.
that was a hard time for Americans the first year or so of World War II. As CB started to tell you, the Germans patrolled up and down the East Coast in submarines, trying to shoot and sink American ships as they left Wilmington, Charleston,
Oh, wow.
headed towards Europe. And they would just lay there underwater
Waiting.
and just pick them off as they came out of the harbors. And so we almost lost the war the first year
Oh.
because they were just shooting all their,
Couldn't get anyone out of there.
yeah, they couldn't get out. And what did that German tell you at night that they would lie off the coast at Wilmington? And they could see the lights from the city.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
And some of them, they would pull the submarines up so close that some of the Germans would get off and go into Wilmington to the movies. And the Americans never knew that.
Oh my goodness.
Really?
Yeah, this is the truth. This
That's
isn't a
crazy.
legend. There's a book out on the sinking of
You know,
American
this,
ships.
some night we'd be going on the coastline, some of these various islands, and we'd hear the drums beating, bomb, 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 bomb.
That was when he was on a ship that he
And you're
patrolled.
Cuba.
That was in the Caribbean, wasn't it?
Yeah, Caribbean.
Because he went from New England all the way down to Brazil.
Now, were you on what are those ships called? The planes?
Oh, no, he wasn't on
No,
an
I was on
aircraft
a-
carrier.
Okay.
He was on a destroyer escort. There's a picture of it in one of those
Okay.
books. In fact,
Yeah, we
you were
had
on
the-
two of them, weren't you, CB?
Huh?
You were on two different ships,
Yeah, I was on
weren't
one
you?
of them. And then I went to another one that was larger.
One of them was, he was on one that
It
was
on one called
rammed.
the Loser.
The one that was rammed, though, you had to take it back into
Yeah, that
Charleston,
was
didn't
another
you?
one, yeah.
Looks like our neighbor's coming in.
Oh, do it.